Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I'm back. Welcome. I think this is an interesting one, man, because it's like, Solo Sikoa has been around for a while now, and it is kind of crazy how he transitioned into what he transitioned today. you know. From what I can remember, I think Solo did come at that same time when Mr. H became, and creative. I think Sokoa came during that SummerSlam of like 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So that must have been in 2023. And I remember that's when Solo showed up, and Solo was being shown and presented as a very. So it just shows you all of this happened under Mr. H booking, just to let people know. Um, when Solo first came, he was booked very strongly. And this is why I think he was used as a pivot to break down the rest of a bloodline. It's like Mr. H didn't really want the bloodline being as strongly represented the way they was. You see him, he rather it be like a Rhea or a Tiffany or something like that. He wants it to be CM Punk. He really doesn't want the bloodline to be a strong, powerful group, but at the same time, he still milks them for their clout and their fame, because they obviously was the biggest thing on the show. So he still used them for that, but he was breaking them down slowly but surely. And it all began to me when Solo got in the mix, because it's like soon as Solo got in the mix, they booked him way stronger than they booked everybody else. And Roman was on his way to lose his title. He was on his way out the door to lose his title. Roman got watered down so much as a character under Triple H. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But why I say he was used as a pivot is because that's what a pivot is. It's like, let me put this person into this group, but let me treat him way better than the rest of the group. So when the rest of the group breaks down, falls down, because but him being in the group makes you think like, okay, where he's in the group, they're all still good. But as you can see, once the other ones broke down, fell off, lost their titles, then look what happened to Solo. Next thing you know, he becomes weak like how they did. So that's what they were doing. Because when Solo first got in, he was being booked extremely strong, like even stronger than Fatu. Like you see, they tried to book Fatu a little strongly. They tried. Now it's kind of weak booking now, but Solo was booked really strong. And the crazy part is he wasn't even saying anything. The dude wouldn't even talk. He would just sit there, either be beaten ass to get you done up on and helping Roman, or beat you in the match. Like dude was on a long winning streak. I remember it took a while before Solo like actually lost in the match. Like this how strongly this guy was getting booked. But during this time, Roman's booking was becoming weaker and less cared about, and Jimmy and Jay booking was becoming a lot weaker and less cared about. Like Jimmy and Jay used to be booked really strong as tag team champions, and they really did add something to the tag team division. Like the tag team division was way better and meant more when they were the champions, because they kept it strong and they defended the titles a lot. And they were a good team to be together. And then all of a sudden they lose the titles to a Sami Zayn KO. Next thing you know, Roman, he's super watered down, not really being the strong threat. Yeah, still winning matches, but wasn't really as strong like he used to be. Just barely winning and all. Like I know he used to use help sometimes, but it just got worse. It just got worse to the point where it didn't even seem like Roman could even win a match anymore. It got really, really bad. And then next thing the Usos got broken up. Mr. H made sure he broke the Usos up. And then you see he written Jimmy off with a fake injury. So now he's gone. His career is over. You made him disappear for months after losing his titles, instead of letting them try to build it back up. Then you send Jay over on Raw and then treat Jay better than Jimmy, even though Jay's booking was crap too. And even to this day, they still do Jay kind of funny. Like, why would you send Jay out 2 weeks in a row to help Alpha Academy. Like, that's not really good booking here, and this dude supposed to be in WrestleMania, and then you let him get beat up. But when Seth Rollins and CM Punk was fighting, they constantly had security pushing him back. But notice when it was Gunther and Jay ends up getting beat down and no security runs out to help. That's that weirdo Mr. H protection booking only on certain people. Just like in Elimination Chamber, Jade Cargill was literally allowed to destroy Naomi. No security, nobody broke it up. But Randy couldn't destroy KO as soon as he's finna do a real big move on KO. Here come all the security, come break it up. Like, it don't make no sense. But yes, back to Solo though. Solo, and then once Jay left and Jimmy disappeared, and then then Roman ended up disappearing. After he lost his title, he disappeared and didn't really come back and wasn't doing that. Jay, he moved on to different things, but he was being booked extremely poor the whole time. And it's like, it's really luck, honestly, that he got over the way he did. Like, if Jay just wasn't using the charisma and didn't use the Yeet thing, man, he would have been like almost as bad as Jimmy. Just like Jimmy today is still a jobber, not even cared about. Jay just kind of got a little lucky there with him catching that Yeet gimmick at the right time and being charismatic about it. And then you got to understand, we're in a moment in time in the WWE where there is nothing really big, exciting to get excited about. So to have someone like Jay, yeah, people going to cling on to him because he adds something that no other star is really doing, which is excitement and hype, But, and then what happens after that, right? After that, Solo, turns on Roman. Then he gets, and again, this is not a career is over video though. I'm not gonna make his career, cause I know my career is over videos, they hit hard, but I'm not gonna say his career is over yet. I think it's close to being over, yeah, but I haven't seen the final line yet. Like everybody who I made a career is over video for is someone who I know and really believe like, yep, it's over, it's no coming back. Solo, I still think has a slight chance, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good because again, ever since Roman left, and then it's like now you get the Tama Tonga Loa, who never were really booked strong, meant to be strong, really just there for the numbers, and then you get Fatu. And if you pay attention, Fatu was done the same way Solo was done. Pay attention. This is Triple H booking. Didn't Jacob Fatu pretty much get the same treatment Solo got? Because here it go. Now Solo is like Roman now. And you see he was even made out to be like the new Roman, the new tribal chief. Now here comes Fatu, another new Samoan dude, just like how you were new when you came, and notice that Jacob kind of started getting a strong build, strong push. You see, this is what Triple H does to break groups down. And then here it go. Once Fatu and them get in, now all of a sudden Solo's super weak and can't win a match worth nothing. And never really gets booked in any real matches to boost him. It's always just some mediocre stuff or something that he's just gonna lose in. Like when he lost against Cody, he just meant to go against Roman, you lose. He's just losing everything. But he's supposed to be the tribal chief, but he's losing everything. But then meanwhile, Fatu is being booked and shown more as a monster and somebody who could win. It's the same thing. And then what happened? Now Solo lost to Roman. He disappears. Here it goes. It's the same stuff. Even though he didn't even lose the title, he lost to Chili Peppers. He disappears. The other one, Tama Tonga, gets injured. And then now it's just Fatu and Tongaloa. And now magically Jacob Fatu gets booked bad. Now all of a sudden he's not really winning nothing, being strong. You see, was in a whole triple threat match, didn't win it. LA Knight won it. Fatu, you see, go against Braun Strowman. It's a DQ. Nobody wins. Like, he's not being booked strong anymore. It's like he made all of y'all weak. Even Jey Uso. And even though Jay is the most over one out of all of y'all, he even gets booked weak and treated like he ain't nothing. Running out saving Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy is a jobber group that doesn't get no attention from Mr. H. but he's making you run around with him. He would never do that with any of his favorites that get shoved down your throat. Imagine CM Punk running around with Alpha Academy, helping Alpha Academy. Imagine that. You know that'll never happen. But he'll make Jey Uso do it though. He'll make him go do it though. And then and make sure he gets beat up after it, and make sure no refs or nothing run out to save him. Man, Triple H destroyed the bloodline, and it all started with Solo. Sammy was a clout chaser too. Sammy was put on the bloodline to steal clout as well from the group and act like he was more important than what he was. He was clout chasing. Same thing he did with Tiffany and Nia. He used Tiffany to clout chase Nia. And now that Tiffany is gone, being booked and shown way better than Nia ever was. Now here it go. Candace, you replace her, and now you get to milk her too. See? Tiffany, you're done. You're gone. Here, Candace, you go get milked. But when Candace was with Indy, he wasn't doing nothing for them as a tag team. Wasn't even really booking them in nothing. Like, what's up with that? Soon as Indy get fired, hey, come join Nia Jax, the women's world champion. And Tiffany, who's going to be the new one. And once Tiffany goes, you can replace her and you could be the next one. Just like with Solo and Fatu. All right, Solo, you're done. Roman's done. Now we're going to book Fatu to be a monster, but then eventually we'll destroy his flame and heat too, which is what he wanted to do to Jay. He wanted to destroy, but Jay just got lucky. Just luckily the crowd clung to him the way. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Oh man, Mr. A's book. I remember when the bloodline was just amazing. Man, now they're just nothing but a shell of themselves, and they never ever was together. You know, that's the thing though. You know, Vince booked them to be together and be strong. Mr. H booked them to fight each other and never really work it out with one another, and give people more attention to people like Sami Zayn. Big difference. And mighty strange how when Vince had them, the numbers were better. All right, peace out, guys.